Hello, welcome to the live stream of the 2021 PIAA District 4 Championship Swim Meet. Tonight will be the boys' meet, tomorrow will be the girls, and we are going in a little bit different order than the regular meet order for this meet. This will be more like the dual meet order. So as you follow through, if you have a meet program or if you're following along on Meet Mobile, which is a great way to follow the meet, that will just lay itself out for you for the event order. We're still waiting for everybody to get organized. All right, little introduction. My name is Jerry Hamaker. I am a born and raised District 4 swimmer. Swam for Williamsport High School and had my district meet here back in the day. And more recently had been the coach at Lycoming College. So hopefully we can guide you through this meet. A little bit different with the social distancing and the masks and all of that stuff. But luckily it looks like this meet's going to go off and we're not going to have anybody stop it anytime soon like the 2020 PIAA State Meet. First event will be the boys 200 medley relay. District record is a 1:39.39 set in 2015 by Bloomsburg. Relays will be swum in the even lanes only. First heat, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Lane 2 will be Jersey Shore, 4 Athens, 6 Milton, and 8 Towanda. Defending district champion in this event is the team from Danville. If you have the Meet Mobile app, the name of the meet under Meet Mobile is the 2021 PIAA District 4, that's Roman numeral 4, IV, Swimming Championships. As we go through the meet, we will attempt to talk about all of the seniors, those with individual events. PIAA and National Federation rules state that relays do not have to be declared until they get to the block. So we don't actually have names of the swimmers on the relays in the order. So you won't be hearing too many names called out during relays tonight. But individually, we'll try to fill gaps as much as we can. Earlier this week, I was able to email all the coaches with a link to a Google form. And the Google form had a bunch of information on about the swimmers for them to fill out or for the coaches to fill out. And we actually got 140 of those back this week. I was very happy with that. Wasn't expecting quite that many. So we'll be using some of the information off of the Google forms that were filled out. Hopefully we'll be able to say a little something about each swimmer in the meet, even if it's something quick. Obviously, during an event like the 50 free, we don't have quite as much time to talk about the swimmers. But there are a lot of breaks in tonight's meet, so hopefully we'll fill some of that time talking about the swimmers. We'll try to be quiet during the actual start. First event, 2 heats, 200 medley relay, and then there will be a 10-minute break before the 200 freestyle. Jersey Shore in lane 2 with the black caps. Got some silver caps from Athens in lane 4. And then Milton and Towanda over here with the orange caps with the black imprint. Officials behind the blocks checking relay names for each relay. This is something that you see in high school meets. Don't necessarily see this once you get to the college level. This is why I kind of figured there would be extra time between heats. Again, as you hear information coming out about the swimmers tonight, keep in mind that coaches were emailed, and it was also announced during the Zoom scratch meeting last weekend. And many of the coaches gave the link for their swimmers to do. So there are some funny bits of information that were submitted. Believe it or not, everything nice and clean, so we don't have to worry about that. And they're off. Swimmer from Milton in lane 6 had a little bit of trouble with that touchpad. He looks like his feet slipped. For those of you who don't know much about swimming, that's very common actually. Out first with almost a full body length lead is the swimmer from Jersey Shore in lane 2. Getting ready for the exchanges to the breaststroke. Right across the pool in order, 2, 4, 6, 8 in first, second, third, and fourth place after the backstrokes. Milton coming up in lane 6 a little bit. Still have a body length lead for lane 2, Jersey Shore. And for their relay exchanges to Butterfly. As you can see by the scoreboard, the splits will come up for you so you can keep track if you have a swimmer in this event. You can see how fast they swam. Oh, that was a little quick for Jersey Shore in lane 2. Let's hope the officials didn't see that one. Freestylers in the water. Jersey Shore still in first place. Athens coming up on the swimmer from Milton, but I think they're going to run out of pool. First place in Heat 1, Jersey Shore. Second place, Milton. Third place, Athens. Tawanda swimmer finishing up. Nice swims for first heat. Jersey Shore with a 2:01.4. I'm going to guess that's a 7. They're seating relays on the opposite side of the pool tonight to help with social distancing. We're gonna see how long it takes the officials between each event to get people behind the blocks, and then hopefully they've already gone through and checked names, but we'll see. Heat 2 in lane 2 will be Lewisburg, lane 4 Bloomsburg, lane 6 Danville, lane 8 Central Columbia. Again, defending district champions, Danville. Winning time last year was a 1:39.84. As we go through this meet, something to keep in mind, district champions will automatically move on to PIAA states, which will be held at Cumberland Valley High School this year instead of Bucknell University. 16 swimmers, so they will be taking district champion from each district and then filling the 16 with the remainder of the top times throughout the state from the various district meets. Last weekend, District 1 meet was held at Graham Aquatic Center in York. So all of those Philly area swimmers had to travel up to York just for their district meet. Heat 2's in the water. Nice starts across the pool. You'll notice on the lane lines the black floats. Those are 15 meters away from each wall. Swimmers have to be up and surfaced by the time they get there or they'll be disqualified. Off real fast in lane 4 is Bloomsburg, and then Danville in 6. Lewisburg in 2. Central Columbia in 8. Out on the breaststroke leg. Came into that wall pretty even. If you haven't seen a swim meet in a while, breaststrokers are now allowed to do one dolphin kick underwater before their breakout. Transitioning to the butterfly. Danville entering the water first. A little bit more than a body length lead once they get to the breakout on that fly. Down here in lane 8, Central's coming up, a little bit ahead of Lewisburg now. Danville with a 2 body length lead going into the freestyle. Safe start. And Bloomsburg in second. Lewisburg and Central go off about almost the same exact time for the freestyle leg. And Danville has defended their district title in the 200 medley relay, with Bloomsburg second, Lewisburg third, and Central fourth in the heat. And that's the way it'll end up. Jersey Shore winning the previous heat in a 2:01 will be fourth, or fifth, sorry. So they're going to open up the pool for a 10-minute warm-up cool-down period. Because there's no separate swimming area or diving well, they have to do this to be able to make sure that the swimmers properly cool down after a hard race, get that lactic acid moved out of their system, get ready for their next race, or for swimmers who haven't swum yet, especially these 200 freestylers coming up, they should be getting in the water and getting warmed up. They will do awards for the 200 medley relay after the 200 freestyle is swum. And like I thought, on Meet Mobile, Jersey Shore is listed as a DQ, disqualification, for their swim in Heat 1. I don't know for sure, but from looking at it, it looked like the relay exchange a little bit early. That happens, especially at championship meets. Everybody gets psyched up, ready to go, so a little bit anxious. The funny thing about false starts on relays, about 75% of the time, it's something that the person in the water is doing to try to get into their finish. That's a tough break, especially for these kids who have had such a rough season as it is because of all the COVID restrictions. But I'm sure they'll bounce back for their individual events and for their other relays tonight. As you can see, the swimmers are getting in the water, and this is very common. Like I said, if there was a separate pool or even a diving well, they would probably have that open for the swimmers to be able to warm up and cool down throughout the meet. But since they don't, you have to take breaks in between, open up the pool on occasion. So those breaks will also be, we'll run the 200 free, do the awards for the medley relay, the 200 IM, do the awards for the 200 free, the 50 free, do the awards for the 200 IM, and then there will be another 10-minute break before the 100 fly. And it's a perfect opportunity for the flyers to get in and use that entire 10 minutes to swim nice and easy. If they had a swim here, if they're swimming the 200 free, the 2 IM, or the 50 free, to get some of that lactic acid that they produced moved out of their body. And with that 100 fly coming up, you definitely don't want any lactic acid moving, especially in your arms. You're going to be dragging for the last 25. I would always tell my swimmers to use the entire time period that they could be the first one in the pool and last one out. And if they had an event coming up next, like the 100 fly, to stay in the water as long as they could until the official basically told them individually to get out, and then get right behind the block and get ready. Gives you a great opportunity to get your heart rate up a little bit. You'll notice swimmers behind the block should be jumping up and down, swinging their arms around, keeping their muscles and their joints loose, but at the same time, more importantly, getting their heart rate up a little bit. The last thing that you want to do when you're jumping in the pool to swim a race is to have your normal resting heart rate and then only have your nerves getting your heart rate up. And then you get on the block, and when that beep goes, you're supposed to be going 100% effort, but it takes a little while for your heart rate to respond. So it's good if you're keeping your heart rate up a little bit before that. So we're going to take a short little break, and we will be back for heat 1 of 2 heats of the boys 200 free. All right, first break is over with. Getting started with the boys 200 free. Heat 1 of 2 heats. First up, senior Zach Goen, lane 1. Zach is from Athens High School. Head coach Mark Keister, assistant Chantel Place. He's also swimming the 500 tonight, and he swam freestyle in their medley relay. This is his 4th trip to PIAA District 4s. Says the best thing about his high school swimming experiences, the coaches having time to work past regular hours and teach you what you need to learn. .200 free is 8 lengths of the pool. Lane 1, we have Zach Gowen from Athens. Lane 2, Xavier Gadone from Milton. Lane 3, Anthony Fidel from Shamokin. 4, Josh Woodley, Bloomsburg. Lane 5, Brady Wallheiter from Mifflinburg. 6, Alex Farley, Hughesville. 7, Evan Pachuki from Mifflinburg, and lane 8, Caden Sutherland from Bloomsburg. Last year in this event, Josh Woodley, who's swimming in lane 4, is out in front right now, placed 6th. Lane 3, Anthony from Shamokin, placed 10th. And lane 1, the senior Zach, placed 12th in this event last year. Josh is out at a nice solid pace in lane 4. Last year he went a 2:01 in this event. We'll see how he does this year. Seed time was a 2:06.28. Coming into his last turn at a 1:30. 31.9. If he can bring this 50 back a little bit faster in this third one, then he should at least beat his time from last year. Josh is also a senior from Bloomsburg. .201.80, so right at his time from last year, which is saying something after how everything happened this year. Lane 3, Anthony Fidel with 2:07.75. Lane 7, Evan Chucky, 2:13.6. Touchpad in lane 2 didn't go off. We'll get that time as soon as it pops up on Meet Mobile for you. They're also looking for a backup time in lane 6. So what they do is they have officials behind each lane with a stopwatch. They'll get those times from the officials and enter it into the timing system. And as soon as they press the right buttons, then that'll pop up on Meet Mobile. So to finish out talking about our senior Zach, also involved in track and football, and he's enlisted in the Pennsylvania National Guard. He's going to be going to Penn State next year for computer science. Says, I would like to give a great thanks to Chantel Place for always being there for the team and working with everyone individually. She's seen as a role model and an idol for everyone on the team due to her confidence in us and how much effort she's put into each and every swimmer to be better than the year before. Second heat in the water. Lane 1, Ethan Denlinger from Athens, sophomore. Lane 2, Chris DeForest, sophomore from Athens. Lane 3, Sam DeLuca, junior from Mifflinburg. Lane 4, Andrew Spanenberg, a junior from Central Columbia. Lane 5, Mason Ordonez, freshman from Lewisburg. Lane 6, Trevor Reichner, freshman from Shikellamy. 7, Jaden Wise, senior from Towanda. In lane 8, Ryan Hauer, sophomore from Bloomsburg. In this event last year, lane 4, Andrew Spanenberg placed second with a 149. Sam DeLuca placed fourth, the 151. Lane 8, Ryan Hauer placed 11th, and Jaden Wise in lane 7 placed 13th last year. Right now, Andrew's kind of setting the pace. Guys next to him would be wise to move over on the lane line, try to get a little drag. Hydrodynamics is awesome. Can pull you right along. Turns in right about a 120. He's out to a body length lead over Mason Ordonez in lane 5. And then turning at about the same time, Sam DeLuca in 3 and Trevor Reichner in 6. Andrews coming in strong. 149.31. Lane 5, Mason Ordonez, the freshman, comes in second, a 151. Third in lane 3, Sam DeLuca, a junior, the 151.4. And then fourth with a 152.1 in lane 6, Trevor Reichner. Some strong swims from a couple freshmen there.
At this time, we'll be doing the award presentation for the 200 Medley relay. I'll be announcing.
They're going to take a few minutes, they'll clear the pool and then do awards for the medley relays. They do not open the pool for warm-up during the awards presentation. So they'll do awards. Medley relay results. Jersey Shore again DQ'd. 7th place Towanda with a 2:17.91. 6th place Athens 2:05.73. 5th place Milton 2:03.97. 4th place Central Columbia 1:57.56. 3rd place Lewisburg 1:53.47. 2nd place Bloomsburg 1:49.93. And 1st place, dropping 2.84 seconds from their seed time, Danville High School 1:45.31. That was the team of Caleb House, Nick Delgado, Ryan House, and Holden Dent. Splits were 24.79 for Caleb. Nick went 31.42 on the breaststroke. Ryan went 24.53 for the fly. And Holden went 24.57 for the freestyle. go back and review some of the seniors that have swum so far. We talked about Zach Godwin from Athens. We also had Josh Woodley from Bloomsburg. And then in the second heat of the 200 free, we had Jaden Wise from Towanda. He says, Jaden says, the assistant coach taught me butterfly this year. He's not sure how he feels about fly, but he loves the assistant coach because she's also my mom, Coach Amy Brennan. And he'll also be swimming the 500 today. He swam districts 10th and 11th grade also. Loves getting to see his teammates achieve his goals. His favorite swimming memory. This is a good one. I think we've all been there. Trying not to DQ when I lost my balance on the starting block, waiting for my turn in the 400 relay. I ended up dangling from the diving board next to the starting block, hoping to recover, but in the end fell into the water and broke a lane line. That's a pretty good story there, Jaden. The longer you swim and coach, the more swimming stories you get, and that's a pretty good one. Favorite thing to do besides swimming for Jaden is working out at the gym. He wants to bench press 225. Wants to study occupational therapy in college. And he'd love a chance to swim those longer distance events like the 1650 when he gets into college. He says, as I look back at all the sports I've been able to participate successfully in during high school, I realize that I owe a debt of gratitude to Sensei Scott Wilcox, who was my karate instructor for 9 years. Scott passed away unexpectedly in 2017, but the lessons he taught me about how to think and compete and really just how to walk through this life will stay with me forever. It's a nice sentiment from Jaden Wise, senior from Towanda Area High School. So we'll keep working through our seniors here. Not quite sure what our delay is here. So while we're waiting, let's talk about another senior, Colton Bennett from Bloomsburg High School. Chuck LaCroix is his coach. Chuck's been coaching in this area for a long time. Great coach, really knows what he's doing. Colton is swimming the IM and the breaststroke today. He also swam the breaststroke leg on that Medley relay. This is his 4th time at districts. He has swum at high school states, 9th, 10th, and 11th grades. His best thing about swimming in high school is making states his freshman year. That is a big thing, man. Not too many people can say that they've done that. He also swims at Bloomsburg Y. His favorite event and best event, 100 breaststroke. Started swimming when he was 4 years old. He wants to major in education and be a history teacher after high school. Says, I'd like to thank my mom, dad, brothers, and Graham for being my biggest cheerleaders and taking me to all the meets over the years, and Coach LaCroix for pushing me to be the best I can be and never giving up on me through all of the ups and downs. That's Colton Bennett, senior, Bloomsburg. And there's the whistle up for our next event. This is the 200 IM, 200 individual medley. District 4 record, 152.53, set way back in 2010. That is way back now, it's 11 years. Zach Stevens. Zach was quite a swimmer. We have 2 heats. First heat only has 3 swimmers. They'll be in lanes 3, 4, and 5. On the blocks. That's a good start in lane 3. Camden Empey from Central Columbia, he's a sophomore. Lane 4, a freshman from Central, Elias Hosler. In lane 5, another freshman from Danville, Liam Leota. The individual medley, or IM, is 2 lengths of each stroke. Butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle in that order. Get through fastest split in lane 4, 28.81 for Elias. He's got a nice lead coming off on his second length of backstroke. I can say way back in the day I did this event at 4 district meets in this pool. It was so long ago, I'm pretty sure at least for 1 or 2 of those years the starting blocks were at the shallow end of the pool. Off on the breaststroke. Elias is still ahead. Seed time was a 2:30.58. For those of you who have never swum an IM, breaststroke leg is a killer because it's all about legs. You get most of your propulsion from your legs, and you tend to lose a lot of oxygen after that butterfly, and then backstroke is a high kick rate, so it's really difficult on your legs. Luckily, you breathe every stroke on breaststroke. Elias with a 44.4 on that breaststroke split. Liam in lane 5 with a 49.7 on his breaststroke. Camden coming in lane 3, 46.9 on his breaststroke leg. Coming into freestyle. Elias is at the flags, going to win this heat comfortably. 2:20.46, that's a 10-second drop off of his seed time. That's really nice. Got Liam coming in here, second place in the heat at a 2:31.2. Also a nice time drop. That's 5 seconds off of his seed time. Camden finishing up 2:47.12. And another time drop. It's the important thing in swimming, folks. It's all about time. You can drop time anytime you can drop time is a good time. And for those of you watching who aren't really sure how this works, if you post a time from the first heat, you can beat people in the second heat. Heat 2 is up. We have Artie Dammer in lane 1, junior from Jersey Shore. In lane 2, a freshman from Schick, Mason, California. Lane 3, Ryan Howes from Danville. He's a sophomore. Lane 4, Caleb Howes, senior from Danville, who was second in this event last year. Lane 5, defending district champion, who we just talked about as a senior, Colton Bennett from Bloomsburg. Lane 6, Sean Whitmer, 4th place last year in this event. He's a junior from Mifflinburg. Lane 7, Haney Webster, 6th place in this event last year, a sophomore from Wellsboro. We have 4 people who swam in this event last year in this one heat, and they're all on this side of the pool. Lane 4, Caleb got second last year. District champ last year, Colton in lane 5. He did a 1:59 in this event last year. Lane 4, Sean Whitmer was, or lane 6, Sean Whitmer was 4th place last year, and lane 7, Hayne Webster was 6th place in this event last year. First place after the fly, 25.2 in lane 4, Caleb Howes. Caleb continues, builds his lead on that backstroke leg, 28.7, the fastest backstroke in the pool. So we have a senior and then a sophomore, both from Danville. Magically, both with the same last name. It's amazing how that happens in this sport. See a lot of siblings, cousins swimming this sport, often competing against each other. Caleb's still out in front, bringing it home strong on this freestyle. Keeps that kick up, trying to get into the wall to get himself a really good time for a good seed at States. 1:56.6. Solid IM time, 2:00.98 for Ryan. Lane 5, Colton comes in at a 2:05. Lane 6, have Sean finishing up in 4th place in that heat with a 2:06.6. Mason in lane 2, 5th place with a 2:09.4. Sixth place, lane 7, Hayne with 2:19.0. 7th place, Artie in lane 1, 2:25.9. IM is a fun event to swim, but it takes a lot out of you. It uses more muscles, obviously, than any other event. Think about great IMers like Michael Phelps and Ryan Lochte at the Olympic level. Tracy Calkins back in the day for the women, and good in every stroke, not a weak link. Everybody, though, that swims IM has a favorite stroke and then a stroke that they really don't like. You see a lot of IMers who are good breaststrokers. Breaststroke takes the longest, so the more advantage you have in it, the more ground that you can make up or that you can get out in front. Now we're going for the awards for 200 free. 16th place, Zach Gowan from Athens. 15th place, Caden Sutherland from Bloomsburg. 14th place from Hughesville, Alex Farley. 13th place, Milton, Xavier Godon from Milton. 12th place, Brady Wohlheiter from Mifflinburg. 11th place, Evan Pachuki from Mifflinburg. 10th place, Anthony Fideo from Shamokin. 9th place, Jaden Wise, Towanda. 8th place, Ethan Denlinger from Athens. 7th place, Ryan Hauer from Bloomsburg. 6th place, Josh Woodley, Bloomsburg. 5th place, Chris DeForest, Athens. 4th place, Trevor Reichner, Shikellamy. 3rd place, Sam DeLuca, Mifflinburg. 2nd place, Nathan Ordonez, Lewisburg. And 1st place, Andrew Spunenberg, Central Columbia. And this time we're moving right into the first heat of the 50 free. So go much quicker. 2 lengths of the pool, fastest event in high school. Lane 1, Asher Ellis, senior from Athens. Lane 2, Joey Donovan, senior from Towanda. Lane 3, Braden Davis, a junior from Lewisburg. Lane 4, freshman from Milton, Hunter Zettelmoyer. Lane 5, Caleb Stemler, a senior from Jersey Shore. Lane 6, Vance Schicko, a freshman from Shamokin. Lane 7, Baden Horelek, freshman from Central Columbia. Lane 8, Joe Blood, sophomore from Athens. Safe starts the whole way across. 50 freestyle, run and gun. You just go as fast as you can. There's no holding back. Key or start and turn and finish. Come off the wall, middle of the pool. 3, 4, 5. Everybody's really close. That was a very close heat, folks. First place, lane 3. Braden Davis, 25.89. 2nd place, lane 5, Caleb Stemler, 25.95. 3rd place in that heat was lane 4, Hunter Zettelmoyer, 25.96. Big key to 50 freestyle, you don't have to breathe too much. Real big key is trying not to breathe from the flags into the finish. Tends to slow you down, shortens your stroke up just enough that on a race that's that fast, that might cost you a place or first place. Might not get your hand on the wall quite the way you want to. Heat 2 coming to the block now. Bryce Rafel, freshman, Central Columbia. Lane 2, Aiden Bartlett, Hughesville, freshman. Lane 3, Jacob Zarski, sophomore from Mount Carmel. Lane 4, Brady Madden, junior from Central Columbia. Lane 5, a sophomore from Mount Carmel, Mason Fatini. Lane 6, Holden Dent, senior from Danville. Lane 7, Jaden Wise, senior from Towanda. Lane 8, Renzo Iwaza, sophomore from Danville. Good starts the whole way across. Jumping out of that breakout first is lane 4. That's Brady Madden into the wall and out of the wall first. Lane 5, Mason's trying to chase him down. Everybody else battling for third place. First into the wall, Brady Madden, 22:54. Second, Mason Fantini, 23:44. And in third place, way over there in lane 1, Bryce won a 24:4.
Up next will be the award for our 200 IM. Please have our top technicians and their coaches make their way to the podium. On deck.
Going to do the 200 IM awards and then a 10-minute break. We'll talk about a couple more of our seniors during that break. One strange thing that I found while doing a little bit of research for that 50 freestyle that was just swum, there were only 2 returning swimmers who swam this event last year at districts. That's pretty strange, especially for sprints. Usually, especially in the guys, you see the little bit older, a little bit bigger, stronger guys. So it's usually really loaded down with seniors, and then kind of goes in order, junior, sophomore, freshman, with how many people in the event. We did have 5 seniors swimming that event, but there are a bunch of freshmen and sophomores in there too. So a lot of promise for the future of 50 free in District 4 for the boys. It's a tough event. One swimming phrase is live by the sprint, die by the sprint. There's not too much that you can do in that race. You have to hope that your training is behind you, and both in the pool and in the weight room especially. Sprinters, you got to be strong. You have to be doing your leg work in the weight room too to get off the block and get off the wall. You make one little mistake and it's going to set you back a little bit. 200 IM results. We had 2 DQs, Artie Dammer and Camden Empey. 8th place, Liam Leota. 7th place, Elias Hosler. 6th place, Haney Webster. 5th place, Mason Cianflone. 4th place, Sean Whitmer. 3rd place, Colton Bennett. 2nd place, Ryan Howes. And 1st place, Caleb Howes. Congratulations. Be going on to states at Cumberland Valley High School in a couple weeks. Cumberland Valley High School, for those of you who have not been there, beautiful facility. Almost a long course pool indoors. Rumor is when they build it a couple feet, a couple yards maybe too short. No one's exactly sure why. Swimming community thinks it might be so they can't hold actual long course meets in that pool, but who knows. A beautiful facility, absolutely incredible high school. People look at places like Williamsport High School as being a big and beautiful high school campus, and it is. It's actually a lot like Parkland High School down in the Allentown area, District 11. And they host that district meet at that high school. But Cumberland Valley, when you drive in and see how enormous it is and how it's laid out, it's really something. They'll bring people in through the doors, and this year for social distancing, they're trying to put people into the auxiliary gym and the other gym and really trying to space people out. Those areas were not available at Bucknell this year because of COVID restrictions at the university. So luckily they were able to find a meet at a fast pool that would be able to host even with the restrictions on fewer swimmers.
I had Kate
Because they asked me to specifically talk about the seniors, and I'm already running across 2 senior guys that have said, I don't want anything to say about it.
That's a drag,
We
right?
announced their names,
Yeah. Because everything's so different. It's nice you're doing this and then like trying to add a little bit of something happy to the event, whereas it just feels so different. It's not the same excitement. But when you're doing that, it's nice.
trying to call each event and, talk through it and explain some stuff to people who might not be used to actually watching swimming.
Yeah, that's cool.
That kind of stuff. So.
I'm picturing you're doing the play-by-play, and now he's pulling ahead, right? That sounds fun. Great. So my family is watching at home, and I was like, oh, Jerry's going to be doing this commentary. I'll have to ask him what they thought.
Hopefully it's okay.
I'm sure it is. I think.
Get a hold of me tomorrow when you're here and let me know what I need to do better.
So anyway, I wanted to come say hi.
Okay, we're back. Let's talk a little bit more about our seniors that we have in the meet tonight. Asher Ellis. Asher is a senior from Athens High School. Mark Keister and Chantel Place are his coaches. Swimming the 50 free and the 100 breaststroke today. I know parents would much rather be here, but hopefully you're in a place with fresh air and relaxing and watching your swimmer swim this meet. And we're happy that we can provide this for you. I was asked by the District 4 swimming chair to get on here and sort of help guide you through this meet a little bit as we do the live stream for the first time for a district championship in District 4. And it's definitely an experience. It's a different, I've been to this meet so many times when I was recruiting for Lycoming, and you're used to it being so crowded and jam-packed, and I used to always stand by the door just so I could get some fresh air every once in a while, and to look around here and see swimmers sitting in the stands and everybody spread out. So you might be able to see some of them at the shallow end of the pool sitting in chairs that are spread out. But it's a little bit different experience for a district meet. And for all the parents who are worrying, when you're in the water swimming, it's really hard to hear people yelling for you anyhow. Sometimes you can sort of hear a din, people cheering, yelling, screaming, getting louder. Especially if you have a close race or something, but it's kind of one of those things where you don't have to worry about them swimming slower because you're not here yelling for them, because they couldn't really hear you anyhow. My mom, who was my biggest supporter in swimming, she used to come to all the meets, and apparently I had heard she would scream and yell every event almost the whole time, the loudest person in the stands. And then one time she said to me, she said, "Oh, I'm sure that you could hear me yelling." And I said, "What?" She said, "Well, I yelled for you for that event." And I said, "Mom, I can't hear anybody yelling. The water's in your ears, or you have a cap over your ears, or whatever." And she was sorely disappointed, because I think I was probably about a junior or senior in high school by that time and had been swimming competitively since I was 4. And so she thought back to all the times that she was yelling and screaming for me, and then turns out I couldn't hear her anyhow. But it is a little bit different here, I do have to admit, and I'm sure that high school states will be the same way this year. But at least there's an opportunity to get in and swim, and that's a good thing, especially for people who made it to states last year. And I think we all remember that story where they were at Bucknell in the one meet, got to swim, and then they were told that they were going to be doing time finals for the next session, and then that was going to be it. The other session, AA, were coming in and in the gym to register when they were told that there wasn't going to be a meet for them. So, but with hopes that there would be a meet within the next couple weeks at that point. And as we all know, that didn't happen. But here we are, a year later. Everybody on pool deck wearing a mask. And in this pool facility, when it's a little bit warmer, it's not necessarily the most comfortable thing in the world, but we do what we have to do, and everybody's doing it, and at least we get a chance to swim. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to get to see some Olympic swimming this summer. Most recent word is that everything's still on as planned for Olympic trials and then Olympics in Tokyo. A year late, but better late than never. And for the U.S. especially, it's going to be a little bit different. We don't have Michael Phelps. We have Katie Ledecky. We have Caleb Dressel. USA swimming should be as fast as ever. But keep an eye out. A lot of different countries around the rest of the world swimming's coming up and getting a lot faster than it used to be. It's going to be a competitive meet, especially some countries were able to stay in the water the whole time over this past year, and other people struggled to find water. So it's going to be interesting to see how the top level elite athletes make out with that. I will say to anybody listening, if you have any girls swimming tomorrow night and they have not yet sent in their swimmer information form, especially if they're seniors, please make sure that they get that link from their coach. They can do it on their phone. As long as it's submitted before I leave to come up to the meet tomorrow, hopefully we'll be able to say a little bit extra about at least the seniors in the meet. We do have a senior to talk about, Caleb Stemler from Jersey Shore High School. Swimming the 50 and 100 free tonight. Medley and free relays. So swimming in high school is a blast, always fun hanging out with his friends. He's been swimming since he was 8. Also into piano, cooking, and cross country. He's undecided, but he's considering culinary school at Penn College of Technology here in Williamsport. Says, I love you, Mom and Dad, and I wish you could be here. I will swim my hardest. So that's word on Caleb Stemler, Jersey Shore High School senior. Next event, behind the blocks, boys 100 butterfly. District 4 record is a 51.55, set in 2016. We have 2 heats, 3 swimmers in the first heat, lanes 3, 4, and 5. 6 swimmers in heat 2. Heat 1, lane 3 will have Alex Farley, a freshman from Hughesville. Lane 4, Evan Ham, junior from Montoursville. Lane 5, Mason Henderson, senior from Athens. Mason swam this event last year, finished 9th place with a 104.6. His seed time's a 107.4, so I'm sure he wants to get his time down to where he swam last year. Alex in lane 3, seated with a 118.8, and Evan in lane 4 with a 100.8. A little break here. We have the cleaning crew coming in. That usually means that someone nerves and their pre-meet meal got to them a little bit. Good start from all 3 swimmers in this heat. Butterfly, all about strength and timing. Evan with a nice easy butterfly stroke. Lane 4 with a 27.9 split. He's out with about a 2 body length lead over Mason in lane 5. Butterfly, a lot of people think is the hardest stroke. It is for a lot of people. Really, it's all about timing when you take that breath. 2 kicks per stroke, kick the hands in, kick the hands out. Evan coming in 100.45. A little bit lower than his seed time. Takes that cap off and that big head of hair comes out. That's why you wear a cap. 105.32 in lane 5 for Mason Henderson from Athens. And Alex finishing up with a 118.71. So everybody is under their seed times. Fly heat 2. We have the defending district champion in this heat, Bryant LaCroix. He'll be in lane 4. He's a senior from Bloomsburg. We also have Mitchell Malusis in lane 2. He got 4th in this event last year, sophomore from Lewisburg. Lane 3, a junior from Mifflinburg, Sam DeLuca. Lane 5, last year's runner-up, Nick Kishbaugh, senior from Central Columbia. Lane 6, 3rd in this event last year, Ryan Howes, who swam a little bit earlier in the IM. Lane 7, Mason Ciafoni from Shikellamy. A little movement on the block there. Not quite sure if the officials are going to pick that one up. And you can see it from up here. You know the officials can see it down there, so we'll see. Out strong in lane 4. Bryant LaCroix trying to defend his district title. Lane 5 right behind him, Nick Kishbaugh, out with a 23.9 split. That's a strong split for a 100 fly. 24.3 for Nick in lane 5. Got Mitchell in lane 2. And Ryan in lane 6 coming in for 3rd. Sam's coming up strong in lane 3, but it's going to be Bryant LaCroix defending his district title in lane 4. 51.36. That's faster than the time he won last year. Last year was a 52.6. It's a nice time drop. Second place, lane 5, Nick Kishbaugh, 52.5. Third place over there in lane 2 from Lewisburg, Mitchell with a 54.5. Mitchell went 58.0 last year, so that's a really nice time drop for a 100 fly in a year. Nice butterflies. Going to have the awards for the 50 free. We had 2 DQs. 16th place, Joe Blood from Athens. 15th place, Van Schicko from Shamokin. 14th, Asher Ellis from Athens. 13th, Joey Donovan, Towanda. 12th place, Baden Hawrelak, Central Columbia. 11th place, Hunter Zettelmoyer, Milton. 10th place, Caleb Stemler, Jersey Shore. 9th place, Braden Davis, Lewisburg. 8th place, Renzo Uaza, Danville. 7th place, Holden Dent, Danville. 6th place, Jake Zarski, Mount Carmel. 5th place, Aiden Bartlett, Hughesville. 4th place from Towanda, senior Jaden Wise. 3rd place, Bryce Rafel from Central. 2nd place, Mason Fantini from Mount Carmel. And 1st place and district champion, Brady Madden, Central Columbia, junior, time of 22:54. So we'll do these awards for the 50 free. And then we'll be moving on to the 100 free. Calling event 6 to the blocks. We have 2 full heats, 16 swimmers, which was the maximum for this meet. Heat 1, lane 1, Joe Blood, sophomore from Athens. Lane 2, Braden Davis, junior from Lewisburg. Lane 3, Joey Best, freshman, Shikellamy. Lane 4, freshman from Milton, Hunter Zettelmoyer. Lane 5, Joey Toscano, senior, Athens. Lane 6, Camden Weaver, freshman from Milton. Lane 7, Kieran Davis, freshman from Lewisburg. And lane 8, Lucas Akio, senior, Athens. Well, quick, 4 lengths of the pool. It's a sprint. Not quite as sprinty as the 50 free. You want to get a little bit more air so you can finish strong. Coming into the wall at the first 50. It's Joey Best in lane 3, 27.3, leading the heat. Next fastest split's 28.1, so he's out 0.8 ahead. Third 25, very important in a 100 free. Really sets the tone. You got to get some air though, because you want to be able to get off the wall with your head down and get into the finish strong. It's still Joey Best in lane 3, followed by lane 4, Hunter Zettelmoyer. Joey 57.26. Hunter with a 58.39. Third place, lane 5, Joey Toscano, 59.61. Fourth place in the heat, lane 2, Braden Davis, 59.7. Fifth place in the heat was lane 6, Camden Weaver, 10043. Next to him in lane 7, Kieran Davis was 6th, 101.86. Up in lane 1, 7th place, 108.56 was Joe Blood. 8th place, 109. was Lucas from Athens in lane 8. Second heat, Landon Corbin, he's senior from Hughesville. Lane 2, Jacob Zarski, sophomore, Mount Carmel. Lane 3, Chris DeForest, sophomore from Athens. Lane 4, a junior from Central Columbia, Brady Madden. Lane 5, Mason Fantini, sophomore, Mount Carmel. Lane 6, Trevor Reichner, freshman, Shikellamy. Lane 7, Aiden Bartlett, freshman, Hughesville. Lane 8, senior from Jersey Shore, Caleb Stemler. Out with a really strong start. Brady Madden, lane 4, into the wall first at the 25. He's already a body length ahead. He's got that kick, nice and steady. Real fast. You want to just use up the legs. Get some air. He was out in the 23.4. Second was lane 5, 25.09. That's Mason. Coming off the last wall. Brady's got about 2 body lengths. 49.16 for first place. Second place in lane 5. Mason with a 51.8. Lane 6, 52.44 goes to Trevor. Fourth place in lane 3, 52.77 is Chris Forrest. Fifth place in lane 7, Aiden Bartlett, freshman from Hughesville, 55.41. Sixth place, 55.4. That's all I can read, sorry folks. In lane 2, Jake Zarski. Lane 1, outside smoke, Landon Corbin. And in lane 8, 57.57 for Caleb Stemler, Jersey Shore. Going to move on to the 100 Fly Awards. Ninth place, Alex Farley from Hughesville. Eighth place, Mason Henderson, Athens. Seventh place, Evan Ham, Montoursville. Sixth place, Mason Cianfoni, Shikellamy. Lane fifth place, Ryan Howes, Danville. Fourth place, Sam DeLuca. Third place, Mitchell Malusis, Lewisburg. Second place, Nick Kishball from Central Columbia. And district champion, Bryant LaCroix from Bloomsburg with a 51.36. Moving along, 500 free. 7 swimmers in the first heat. This race is 20 lengths of the pool. Everyone has a lap counter at the other end. On the blocks. And in the pool for the 500 free, heat 1, lane 1. Luke Tavani, sophomore from Towanda. Lane 2, Xavier Bartlett, junior from Jersey Shore. Lane 3, Zach Gowan, 8th place in this event last year, senior from Athens. Lane 4, Alton Smargazi, freshman, Central Columbia. Lane 4, Xavier Godone, freshman, Milton. Lane 6, Nick Delgado, senior, Danville. Lane 7, Jackson Gensimer, sophomore, Mount Carmel. It's a longer event. Way back in the day, you used to really pace this thing out. It was like a very long distance event. In this day and age, it's more of a controlled sprint for most people who are used to swimming it and who are trained for it. If you have a chance to watch the PIAA state meet, it will be on PCN network on cable. Watch the 500 freeze, especially the swims at night and finals. They're pretty amazing usually. And usually they are, you get at least 2, 3, or 4 swimmers across the pool towards the front. And it's always a very interesting race to see how everybody's race strategy and see how they pace it out. And one thing that you notice, usually the swimmers in that meet in the middle of the pool at night have really good turns and underwaters off the wall. We're at the 150. We have a race going right now between lanes 4, 5, and 6. That's Alton, Xavier, and Nick. There's counters at the other end. Moving the lap counter cards. A lot of times those are signals. Many times they're sent from the coach to the counter so they can communicate with the swimmer. At the 200, into the wall in about a 2:16. Alton, the freshman in lane 4, taking this out, about a body length and a half lead over Nick in lane 6. Coming off his wall, took a big breath on his breakout, looking over this way to maybe try to take a look at Nick. That's the 350. You can see coaches on the side of the pool. A lot of coaches will give signals to the swimmers. Some of the swimmers can see the coaches on the side of the pool. Coming in for the 400 split, still out ahead. Alton in lane 4, turning at about a 440. Second place so far, Xavier in Nick in lane 6, and then Xavier in lane 5. Xavier Bartlett in lane 2. Zach Gowan in lane 3. Luke Tavani in lane 1. Jackson in lane 7. With the horn, last 50. Alton still out ahead. Lengthened his lead. He has about a 15-meter lead here, right where that black float is on the lane line. He gets the blaze orange card, and then he's turning it on. Everything he has left coming home, the last 25. Or 5:49. 5:49 from a 6:04 seed time. That's a very nice drop from a seed time. Nice swim by the freshman. Second place, lane 6, Nick Delgado, senior from Danville, 6:04. Lane 5, Xavier touched, but his pad didn't go off. 5:42, so mark that time down. So the places on the scoreboard will be a little bit screwed up because third place would actually be lane 5. So fourth place would be lane 2, the 6:16, Xavier Bartlett from Jersey Shore. Fifth place in lane 3, 6:20, Zach Gowan. Sixth place in lane 1, 6:24 would be Luke Tavani. And then seventh place in lane 7, 6:38 would be Jackson Gensimer from Mount Carmel. They let him do an extra cool down lap after the 500. And then when they clear the pool, well, actually, they're going to let him do a 50. When they clear the pool, they'll call the next heat over. The next heat features 6 swimmers out of the 8 who swam this event last year at districts, including the defending district champion, who will be in lane 4, Nick Kishball, senior, Central Columbia. Last year, Nick's time winning this event was a 4:54. His seed time is a 5:08. So I would expect that we'll see his finish time come down from that 5:08. Second place last year, being lane 5, Andrew Spanenberg. His seed time's a 5:14, but he won a 5:01 last year in this event. Fifth place in this event last year is Josh Woodley. He'll be in lane 2, senior from Bloomsburg. Seed time's a 5:40. He won a 5:32 last year. In lane 8 would be the 6th place finisher from last year, Holden Dent, senior from Danville. He won a 5:37 last year. His seed time's a 5:46. 9th place finisher last year, Ethan Denlinger, is in lane 1. He won a 5:44 at this meet last year, and his seed time's already 2 seconds faster at a 5:42. Lane 7, Ryan Hauer, 11th place in this event last year. He won a 5:54 last year as a freshman. This year as a sophomore, his seed time's already down to a 5:41, so quite a big drop. Also in this heat, we have in lane 3, Mason Odornez, freshman from Lewisburg. And lane 6, Ethan Robertson, freshman from Central Columbia. So a lot of experience in swimming 500 free at districts in this heat. So we'll see how it pans out for everybody. You can use a little strategy here today. You remember, the winner goes on to states. If you have kind of looked at the top times from around the state and don't think that you're going to be able to fill one of those other spots, then you have to use a strategy to win this event here tonight if you want to move on. And those filler times from throughout the state will be really fast. So people always wonder, well, where is fast swimming in this state? What's the fastest? And it's really kind of spread out a little bit, but you can generally always say District 1, it's in the Philly area, is always fast. District 3, which is in sort of the Lancaster over to Harrisburg area, always fast. District 11 in the Allentown area, especially like schools like Parkland and Emmaus. And then the Whipule teams out in Pittsburgh. Well, those are always usually the strongest districts. District 4 is always interesting because District 4 is usually unheard of, and then you get somebody to states and they go absolutely nuts and surprise people from the rest of the state who weren't looking for much coming out of the district. And that's how we've had a lot of very fast all-state and state champion swimmers out of District 4 AA. Coming up on the 200, looks like we'll have a couple guys going under 2 minutes. That's a 158, 159, about a 200 in lanes 5, 4, and 3. That's Andrew, Nick, and Mason. And we have teammates here who went 1-2 last year. A senior and a junior, lanes 4 and 5, and they're right there together again this year. Turning together at the 250. Right at their feet is Mason in lane 3. Behind them we have lane 6, Ethan. Lane 2, Josh. Lane 1, Ethan Denlinger. Lane 7, Ryan. And right behind him in lane 8 is Holden. These two guys flipping together again, 31-1, 31-4. Nick started a little bit of a push on that 50. 31-7 over there in lane 3. Counters all moving the lap counter, telling them to go faster. Starting to get a little bit of a kick out of Nick in lane 4. Andrew's breathing to that side on the way back. He can see him. 30.7, 30.8, 31.5. So lanes 4 and 5, they're both picking up the pace here. Nick in lane 4 has that little dolphin kick on his underwater off the wall that's really doing him a big favor. You can see how that kick just sort of pushes him out in front. Boom. And he does the dolphin and into a flutter kick almost at the same time. It's real nice and smooth. He gets a little bit extra out of that underwater. It's really important. You're doing 19 different turns here. So if you're efficient underwater and you can keep that up, it's going to really help you out. You see right now he's pulled out to about a half a body length lead. This is where Andrew might want to move over a little bit, try to pick up some of his wake. Especially in this pool, you can do it. Here we go, 31.05, both of them on that split. 31.7 over there in lane 3 for Mason. This is going to be close. It's going to be close. Nick's pushing it in lane 4. You can tell. Andrew's got a nice smooth stroke in lane 5, but he's got to really move it. We're getting under the flags here. Into the finish, nice close race on a 500. 5:04.38 for Nick Kishball defending his district championship. 5:04.81 for Andrew Spanenberg. And over there in lane 3, 5:08.89 for Mason. So we had some nice time drops. Nice big time drop for Mason. Lane 6, 5:23.13 for Ethan Robertson. He was in at a 5:33. Lane 2, 5:32.4 for Josh Woodley. about the same time that he did in this meet last year. Lane 7, 5:35.06 for Ryan. And he went 5:54 in this meet last year and 5:41 seed time, and now he's down to 5:35 as a sophomore. So he's doing well. He's dropping some time. Lane 1, 5:38.97 for Ethan Denlinger, a sophomore from Athens. He went 5:44 in this meet last year, so that's a 6-second drop. And lane 8, 5:40.05 for Holden Dent. And his seed time was a 5:46, so he got to drop 6 seconds on that. And folks, that's saying a lot. For all the interrupted training, the shortened season, lack of a summer season, very little opportunity to get to a gym and get to a weight room and do all that kind of stuff, at least organized with the team. It's really impressive that we've seen any time drops, let alone some of these significant time drops that we've seen. Now, I know that swimmers, especially in high school age, get frustrated when they're not dropping time, but this has been a special year, so it's good that they're even in the water swimming, but the fact that they can still drop time is really impressive. So parents at home, make sure that you're talking to them about that. Some of them might be a little bit disappointed they're not going a little faster, but from a college coach point of view, I don't think very many college coaches are going to pay too terribly much attention to how this season went for people. Just because it has been all over the place. So we're going to award the 100 frees. So we'll talk about those places, and then we have a 10-minute break. 100 free results: 16th place, Lucas Akio from Athens. 15th place, Joe Blood from Athens. 14th place, Kieran Davis, Lewisburg. 13th place from Milton, Camden Weaver. 12th place from Lewisburg, Braden Davis. 11th place, Joey Toscano from Athens. 10th place, Hunter Zettelmoyer from Milton. 9th place, senior from Jersey Shore, Caleb Stemler. 8th place, Joey Best, Shikellamy freshman. 7th place, senior from Hughesville, Landon Corbin. Personal note, I remember Landon when he was a tiny kid getting in the pool and swimming, and it's hard to believe he's already a senior. 6th place, Jacob Zarski, Mount Carmel sophomore. 5th place, Aiden Bartlett, freshman from Hughesville. 4th place, Chris DeForest from Athens, sophomore. 3rd place, Trevor Reichner, freshman from Shikellamy. 2nd place, Mason Fantinini from Mount Carmel, sophomore. And district champion, 1st place, Brady Madden, Central Columbia High School, a junior, with a time of 49:16. So another senior, trying to get through all of our seniors, at least mention some names and read off some information that we received on the swimmer information forums if we received them. Next one's Bryant LaCroix, and talk about a small world. I was speaking with his dad before the meet during warm-ups. Chuck's been around swimming in this area for quite a long time, and so have I, so we've known each other for quite a long time. But something I didn't know, my college coach and Chuck were on the same water polo team in college, and then Chuck student taught for my former college coach when he was in college, and we got to share some stories about Keith Beckett from the College of Worcester. So Bryant LaCroix, 12th grader, Bloomsburg High School, swimming 100 fly and 100 back, also 200 medley relay, and he will lead off the 400 free relay. This is his 4th year at districts. Defending district champion 2 times in the 100 fly. He's been to states. One of his best high school experiences is his first time at states his sophomore year. His dad, who is also his coach, was able to give him his 7th place medal on the awards platform. You don't see that too often because it is the head coach from each team who gives the medal at states. He also swims for Bay, Bloomsburg Area Y. Chuck LaCroix, also known as Pops, has been coaching at Bay for the past 11 years. Best event, favorite event is 100 backstroke. He's been swimming since he was 4 years old. He says his favorite swimming memory is his experience at YMCA Nationals swimming the 100 back. Greensboro, North Carolina, his sophomore year. He's also played soccer for all 4 years. Enjoys vacations at the beach, watching Philadelphia sports and Notre Dame football. Also involved soccer, track, and he's also was in the band. Says he would love to swim Division I, and he definitely wants to swim in college. Says he would like to thank my parents for supporting me over the years, especially my dad, who has shared his love of the sport. Also thanks to my brothers who have attended meets and cheered for me. Lastly, I'm thankful for my teammates. We work hard and challenge each other. A special thank you to Ahmad, who has trained really hard with me but's not able to attend districts this year. Another seniors are waiting for swimmers to get behind the blocks. Landon Corbin, Hughesville High School. Coach is Lisa Corbin, his mom. Swimming the 100 free and the 100 backstroke. It's his 4th year at this meet. Best thing about his high school swimming experience is being able to represent my high school and meet so many swimmers from other schools. He also swims for the Eastern Lycoming YMCA and then Tri-Town in the summer. His mom coaches both of those teams. His favorite event is the 100 IM, not offered for high school. It is in college now, which is interesting. Great event, college to watch. His favorite memory is attending YMCA States for the first time at age 10 at Penn State. He's a National Honor Society member, also in SAD, Student Ambassadors in tennis. And he wants to go to Lycoming College to major in history with a secondary teaching certificate. He'd like to thank his coaches and teammates for supporting him. Getting the 200 freestyle relays up to the blocks. It'll be 2 heats. Remember, relays, we just swim in lanes 2, 4, 6, and 8. Give a little extra spacing. While we're waiting, another senior, Caleb Stemler. Caleb's from Jersey Shore High School. Swimming the 50 and 100 frees tonight. Also 2 medley and 2 free, so we'll see him here in a little bit. High school is a blast, always fun hanging out with his friends. He's also into piano, cooking, and cross country. Heat 1 of the relay is in the water. Towanda in lane 2, Jersey Shore in 4, Mount Carmel in 6, Milton over here in lane 8. Swimmer from Mount Carmel jumping out to a nice big lead on the leadoff. 25-11 split. Jersey Shore, Milton, and then Towanda in the water. Interesting entering swimmers for this meet because you can swim 2 individual events, a couple relays. Tightened it up. We got 27-8 over there in lane 4 from Jersey Shore for that second leg. Also down here in lane 8 coming up. Mount Carmel still in the lead, about a half a body length. The other team's pretty much right together after him. Relay exchange is very critical. 28-8 in lane 6, fastest split for that last leg. Into the wall, last turn for this first heat of the relays. Mount Carmel still ahead. Out to about a body length lead over Towanda in lane 2. Into the wall, 147.92 for Mount Carmel. Watch that, see if they can knock somebody off in the next heat. Second in that heat, Towanda. Third, Jersey Shore. Fourth in that heat, Milton. Heat 2, 200 free relay coming up. District record is a 129.65 set in 2009 by Bloomsburg. Defending district champ in this event, Central Columbia, will be in lane 4. Their time last year was a 130.01. Lane 2 will be Athens. Lane 6, Danville. Lane 8, Bloomsburg.
Swimming in lane 4, Central Columbia. Swimming in lane 6, Danville.
On the blocks. Good starts. Nice underwater. Central Columbia in lane 4 pops up in first place. And into the first 25 in first place. Athens in lane 2, Danville in lane 6, neck and neck for second, touching almost exactly at the same time. 23-82 for that leadoff split from Central. Danville opening up a little bit of a lead over Athens in lane 2. Coming in for the exchange. 24-27 on that split for Central, still out in front. Got to keep swimming hard because you want a better seed for high school states. Faster your time, the better your seed's going to be. 23-11 for that split, 23-18 in lane 6. Danville coming on strong, but Central's just got too much of a lead here in the last leg, coming in underneath the flags. 133-62, district champion Central Columbia. Second place, Danville, 136.95. Third place, Athens, 142.3. And Bloom down here in lane 8, 151. E6. So Mount Carmel, after that heat before, actually moved up and knocked off Bloom. .500 free results. Which have not yet come up on Meet Mobile. We know that Nick Kishball from Central Columbia won with a 5:04.38. After him was Andrew Spanenberg, second place, 5:04.81. Mason Ordonez, 5:08.89. So they're over on the awards platform getting their awards. Boys 100 backstroke. Heat 1, lane 2, Eric McGee, freshman from Towanda. Lane 3, Brandon Newcomer, senior from Milton. Lane 4, Xavier Bartlett, junior from Jersey Shore. Lane 5, Anthony Fudale, sophomore, Shamokin. 6, Baden Harlack, freshman, Central. And lane 7, Ethan Rush, freshman from Bloom. 3 freshmen, a sophomore, a junior, and a senior in this heat. Backstroke has changed a lot over the years. You used to be able to put your toes up over the top of the gutter for your start. Can't do that anymore. You can use a backstroke ledge, but they don't have them here. Turns have totally changed. Now you can flip over and basically do a freestyle flip turn and push off on your back. So backstroke, one of those events, along with breaststroke, because a lot of rule changes there. Times have dropped a great deal over the last few years and decades. 105.49 for Xavier Bartlett in lane 4. Lane 5, 108.07 is for Anthony. Baden lane 6, 115.7. Again, we have something going on with the timing system because we didn't have a place pop up, but we have a 115.67. Lane 3, so that would have been a little bit faster in lane 6. A 120.79 in lane 7 for Ethan. 118.3 up there in lane 2 for Eric. And don't worry, folks, the officials will get that. They'll figure out the placing and the actual times since that didn't pop up right. Lane 3 was not a 133.6. It was much faster than that. And they'll get that figured out for the official times.
Can we please have a time for lane 3 for the scores table? Number lane 3. 2 blocks. Heat 2, event 9, boys 100-yard back.
Heat 2 is up. Lane 1, Alton Smargazi, freshman, Central Columbia. Lane 2, Landon Corbin, senior from Hughesville. Lane 3, a freshman from Central, Bryce Raphael. Lane 4, Bryant LaCroix, senior from Bloom. Lane 5, a senior from Danville, Caleb Howes. Lane 6, Mitchell Malusis, sophomore, Lewisburg. Lane 7, Hayne Webster, sophomore from Wellsboro. And lane 8, Liam Leota, freshman from Danville. For those of you who aren't real familiar with the district, District 4 has one of the biggest geographical areas in the PIAA. Our swimmers are used to riding pretty good distances to get to dual meets. Some other areas of the state, you can be wherever you want to go in an hour or less. Lane 4, Bryant LaCroix, second in this event last year with a 53.04. He's out with a 24.39, second place right now. Caleb Howes, senior from Danville. Mitchell Malusis, lane 6, is currently in third. Coming in strong, Bryant LaCroix in lane 4. 50.43, a really nice swim. Last year he went 53.04. Second place in that heat, 53.59 Caleb. 59.71 for Mitchell. Fourth place, 100.27 for Bryce. Fifth place, 103 for Landon. Sixth place, 104.52 for Hayne. Up there in lane 1, 105.03 for seventh place in the heat to Alton. and Liam with a 106.23. Bryant's backstroke will be quite competitive at states in a couple weeks.
Results of event A, the boys 200-yard freestyle relay. In 6th place, Jersey Shore with
200 free relay results.
Jason Grant.
8th place, Milton. 7th place, Bloomsburg. 6th place, Jersey Shore. 5th place, Towanda. 4th place, Mount Carmel. Athens in 3rd place, Danville in 2nd place, and district champion team from Central Columbia. 133.62, team of Nick Kishball, Bryce Raffle, Andrew Spanenberg, and Brady Madden. Next will be the 100 breaststroke, and then they will award the 100 backstroke, the 100 breaststroke, 10-minute break, and then the last event is the 400 free relay. Meets moving along a little quicker than what we're used to. Boys 100 breaststroke coming up to the block. District record 57.04. Lane 1, Lucas Akio, senior from Athens. Lane 2, Kieran Davis, freshman from Lewisburg. Lane 3, a senior from Milton, Brandon Newcomer. Lane 4, Camden Empey, sophomore, Central Columbia. Lane 5, Nate Spencer, sophomore from Towanda. Lane 6, Connor Fitzgerald, freshman from Danville. Lane 7, Asher Ellis, senior from Athens. Again, breaststroke, dive in. You can take one pull and one breaststroke kick underwater, and you can also take one dolphin kick. Pretty tight heat here across the pool. Right now, Connor Fitzgerald, freshman from Danville, is in the lead at the 50. 36:43 is his split. Shortening up a little bit. Camden from Central Columbia is coming up on him a little bit here. Kieran from Lewisburg in lane 2 is 2. Camden, his goggle mouth. His goggles fell down at some point, probably on his start. That's never comfortable. He's toughing it out though. But in lane 6, 1:18.70, Connor Fitzgerald dropped from a 1:24.9. Nice time drop. Lane 4, second place, 1:20. Is Camden, even though he did that with his goggles down under his nose. Third place in lane 2 is Kieran, 1:21.1. Fourth place next to him in lane 3, 1:23.90 is Brandon. Fifth place in lane 7, 1:24.60 is Asher. Sixth place in lane 5, 1:24.79 was Nate. Heat 2. Colton Bennett from Bloomsburg, defending district champion, will be in lane 4. He's a senior. Third place last year, Sean Whitmer from Mifflinburg. He'll be in lane 5. Lane 1 is Joey Best. Lane 2, Evan Ham, a junior from Montoursville. Lane 3, Ethan Robertson, freshman from Central. Lane 6, Nick Delgado, senior from Danville. Lane 7, Camden Weaver, freshman from Milton. And lane 8, Artie Dammer, junior, Jersey Shore. Colton Bennett seated with a 1:00.21. Last year he won this event in a 1:01.55. Seed time's already lower than the time that he won last year. It's the same for Sean Whitmer in lane 5. He's already lower than his time at this meet last year. Went out strong in the middle of the pool. Whitmer to the wall first. Lane 4, Colton a little bit better on that breakout. Underwater, caught up to him a bit. It's important of underwaters in this sport. Real close, 29.07 for Whitmer, 29.34. Third place, real close between Ham, Robertson, and off of that last wall. This is going to be a close race. Whitmer just a little bit ahead. It's going to depend on how they get into the wall in their finish. Got to finish your kick, get in there hard. It's lane 5, Whitmer 1:01.37 for the district championship. Colton Bennett 1:01.82. Third place was lane 3, 1:06.71 for Ethan Robertson. Fourth place, Evan Ham with a 1:09.6. Fifth place, 1:11.98 to lane 6, Nick Delgado. Lane 7, Camden Weaver, sixth place with a 1:13.1. Seventh place with a 1:13.6 was next to him with Artie from Jersey Shore. And Joey Best from Schick, 1:13.94. Saw some nice time drops in that heat. Another senior to recognize, Nick Kishball, Central Columbia. His head coach is Dan Noss. Nick swam 100 fly and 500 free, 200 free relay, and he'll be anchoring the 4 free relay here coming up in a bit. He has swum districts 10th and 11th grade. Also swims for Bay with Chuck LaCroix. His favorite event is the 100 fly, and a guy right after my heart, best event, 200 fly. Love that event. 5 years old when he started swimming. He's been to YMCA Nationals. Wants to swim in college. Not quite sure where he's going yet, though, which is okay. Still have a little bit of time there, Nick. Best of luck to you.
Results of that catch, the boys 100-yard breaststroke. In 6th place for Milton, Cam Weaver. In 5th place for Danville, Nick Delgado. In 4th place for Montoursville, Evan Hanna. In 3rd place for Central Columbia, Ethan Robinson. In 2nd place from Bloomsburg, Colton Bennett. And in 1st place from Midwinburg, your new 2021 PIAA District 4 AA boys 100-yard breaststroke champion, Sean Whitmer.
Our next senior to be featured, Brandon Newcomer, Milton High School. Swimming for Coach V. Swam 100 back and 100 breast tonight, along with the medley back in the medley relay and leading off the 2 free relay. Best thing about high school swimming, going to districts as a sophomore, returning to districts this year after a year off. That's a nice accomplishment. Don't see too many people leave the sport and come back to it. Swims for the Rockets, Milton in the summer. His favorite event's the IM, best event's the breaststroke. Started swimming when he was 7. Favorite swimming memories, summer champs that were held at the Milton pool.
The pool is now open.
He's currently an undeclared major, planning on going to Penn State Altoona. He might swim there if things work out right. He wants to say thank you to my team, my family, and Coach V. Again, we're trying to get through all the seniors today who filled out the swimmer information sheets that were emailed. The link was emailed to coaches last week. We got 140 returned, thinking that we needed a lot of extra information, that this meet was going to run a little bit slower than it has. We're trying to get through at least the seniors who sent stuff in, and a few who didn't submit one, and that's fine. Hopefully we've at least been able to mention their name on the live stream for everybody. And if you did submit one and we missed you, really sorry. I'd like to say we'll be better at this next year, but I really hope that we don't necessarily have to do it this way next year. Hopefully we can all be here watching in person. Again, just want to say an extra thank you to Janice Arp, who is the District 4 swimming chair, and to Joe Bohart, who's the head official. Between Janice and Joe, they make things much easier in this area for swimming. Joe has been head official in this area for quite a long time now. And you can always see him at high school states on deck because he's one of the best officials in the state. Joe knows his stuff. I used to always, when I coached at Lycoming, if I knew that we had a rival or an opposing coach coming in who was kind of a stickler for rules, I would always make sure I specifically requested to have Joe on deck. People don't get away with too much with Joe around. Tomorrow night, the girls' meet will be held here, 6 p.m. Expect to see some fast swims. We have a number of returning district champions. Let's go back through some awards here. Boys 100 backstroke. 14th place, Ethan Rush, Bloomsburg. 13th place, Eric McGee, Towanda. 12th place, Baden Hawrelak, Central Columbia. 11th place, Brandon Newcomer, Milton. 10th place, Anthony Fudale, Shamokin. 9th place, Liam Leota, Danville. 8th place, Xavier Bartlett, Jersey Shore. 7th place, Alton Smargazi, Central. 6th place, Hayne Webster, Wellsboro. 5th place, Landon Corbin, Hughesville. 4th place, Bryce Raffle, Central. 3rd place, from Lewisburg, sophomore Mitchell Malusis. 2nd place, senior from Danville, Caleb Howes. And 1st place, district champion, senior from Bloomsburg, Bryant LaCroix with a 50.43. Boys 100 breaststroke. The last individual event of the night. We have one DQ. 14th place, Lucas Akio from Athens, senior. 13th place, Nate Spencer from Towanda. 12th place, Asher Ellis from Athens. 11th place, Brandon Newcomer from Milton. 10th place, Kieran Davis, Lewisburg. 9th place, Camden Empey, Central. 8th place, Joey Best from Shikellamy. 7th place, Artie Dammer, Jersey Shore. 6th place, Camden Weaver from Milton. 5th place, Nick Delgado, Danville. 4th place, Evan Ham from Montoursville. 3rd place, Central Columbia freshman, Ethan Robertson. 2nd place, Bloomsburg senior, Colton Bennett. 1st place, district champion, Sean Whitmer from Mifflinburg. He's a junior with a 101.37. Next up, last event of the night, boys 400 free relay, 2 heats. 6 teams swimming in lanes 2, 4, and 6 in both heats. The already sparse crowd in the stands is thinned out quite a bit. We have Heat 1 coming to the blocks. District 4 record 3:17:37, set in 2017 by Lewisburg. Heat 1, lane 2, Towanda. Lane 4, Athens. Lane 6, Danville. Interesting as you go through seeing some of the names and the record holders and thinking back to what they did swimming in college, and you see people who swam for Harvard and Penn State and a lot of the different state schools like Bloomsburg and Shippensburg, and it's an interesting group. Tomorrow for the girls meet, see a lot of names that ended up swimming major Division I programs. So major Division I and college scholarships can happen out of District 4. It's rare. And those are some very special athletes, hard workers. 400 free relay taking the lead already, about a body length and a half ahead. Lane 4, Athens, 50 split, 27:57. Followed by Towanda and then Danville. Relay exchanges are so interesting, and you'll see so many different styles of them. Different coaches teach different things, and some kids learn one way when they're like 7 or 8 and they stick with it their whole life. There's all kinds of ways. In fact, on that last one, you saw somebody getting down and doing a regular grab start, somebody swinging their arms almost like a butterfly stroke, which I wouldn't recommend, by the way, and then someone else doing a step up. You'll see, you get a chance to see Division I NCAA Nationals on TV. You want to watch some of those relay starts. They're very impressive. One thing for swimming in the U.S., because we grow up through age group in high school and college, our swimmers have a chance to learn how to do some really fast relay starts. So even when you get to watch the Olympics this summer, you can watch how much better the U.S. is at relay starts than the rest of the world. Except for all those people in the rest of the world who come to the U.S. to swim in college. But they don't do as much relay work in age group in high school growing up. Still have Athens out with a very healthy lead. Danville over here in second in this heat. Towanda over in lane 2. .400 free relay is one of those relays. It's important. You have to swim fast, but a lot of times, especially at the end of a long session like this one, it's difficult. It's tough to get motivated and then have the energy to really swim fast. That's why those times when the pool's open on those breaks are so important. And into the pool here, still have Athens out ahead, Danville second. Towanda's coming up for their exchange, another grab start. 50 to go. Swimmer from Danville is trying hard, but I think he's going to run out of a little bit of pool here to make up this deficit to Athens in lane 4. Coming in 3:48.52 for Athens. To take the first heat. No. Touchpad for Danville didn't work there. We got a split, but not a final time. And then lane 2 coming in with a 4:13. The time on the board for lane 6 will be incorrect. They will have the timer come to the scorer's table. And that happens quite a bit. No matter how advanced these timing systems and touchpads get, you're still trying to work with electronics and water, and doesn't always work the best. Plus, you have to hit the face of the pad, and a lot of swimmers will finish with their hand up on the top of the touchpad, like on top of the gutter, and that will not trigger the pad. So if you only hit on the top, it won't register. So you have to hit on the face of the pad. Secret back in the day, actually these same Colorado touchpads, I'm sure these are newer than what we used to use, but they're triggered by a backing on the front of those pads. It has metal on it, and it contacts with the metal, but there's a little pocket of air in between. And when you finished, you used to be able to push against the water for your finish stroke, and it would actually push a wave into the pad that would trigger the pad before your hand actually got to it. And you can still do that on occasion. The pad will trigger, and it'll come up with your time. I've seen a few races won that way over the years. Not all the pads are the same, but the Colorados are like that. Heat 2, boys, 400 free relay. Remember, the record's a 3:17.37. Lane 2 is Lewisburg. Lane 4 out in front so far is Bloomsburg, and lane 6 is Central. Central is the defending district champ in this event. Swimmer from Bloomsburg is out in a 23.0 for that first 50. Coming in for a relay exchange. A little swing of the arms and off. Still have Bloom out in front, followed by Central and then Lewisburg. Looks like Central's closing this up a little bit. 27.4, 25.9, close it up quite a bit. Strategy for putting together who's swimming which leg of a relay is interesting. Every coach does it a different way. I think default on Team Manager is 2-4-3-1, if I remember right, in order of speed. Central coming in first here on the exchange. And then Bloom. Central building a pretty big lead here. We're up to about 2 body lengths. We're about pretty close to almost a 12.5, half a length of the pool. 23.6 on that leg for Central. Bloom with a 30.1. And Lewisburg coming up with a 26.7, so they're going to tighten this up for second place. Central coming off for another relay exchange. Little arm swing. That's when you're, as a coach, when you have that much of a lead, you're yelling safe start, because remember, all it takes to move on to states is to win an event. So you don't want a false start at this point. Bloomsburg just getting into the water, so Central has a 1.5 length lead at this point. Lewisburg just getting in. Central swimmer out with a 24.4 split. Looks like they're going to defend their district title in this event. Coming in with a strong finish. Remember, it's all about time at this point to see where you can get at states. 3:25.01 for district champion team from Central Columbia. And then second in this heat is Bloomsburg. And Lewisburg third with a 3:44, and Athens had a 3:48, so they'll stay in third place. That's it for our events. I think I've also made it through all of the seniors that I had information submitted for. Tomorrow night we'll be here for the girls meet. Start time at 6 o'clock. Anyone listening who has a girls swimming tomorrow, if you have not put in your swimmer info form, especially you seniors, please make sure that you do so we can talk about you a little bit tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the meet. Hopefully everybody here, we wish them a safe trip home, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you.